Hey everybody, it is ElCid 932 on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are here. It is Friday. We have conquered another week. I hope you had a productive week. I had a very hectic week, but I am here. It's hectic because Love is Blind Brazil and Love is Blind France both hit with 4 episodes each on Wednesday. And if you are here, I also have recaps of both of them covering all 4 episodes. So that's why, Friday I'm kind of like, whew, I'm taking a little bit of a breather today. But we are here for ElCid Unscripted. This is where I don't create the show. I really only know a couple days before what y'all want to talk about. And I always put a post up. And in that post, I am told by you, the audience, what you'd like us to start discussing, what you would like us to start talking about. And so far, we've been talking a lot about travel. There has been an influx of kind of travel stuff that, everybody wants to know more about travel. And I've had some interesting travel stories. And we're also exploring, I guess, traveling solo. I do have a few of my listeners who want to know more about traveling solo. So here we go. So let me go and see exactly on the post what we wanted to start with today. So I see here one of my regulars. She talked about this is not about travel. She's like, Kojo, which is Little Black Book 91. If you are new here, that is certainly where I kind of started my YouTube journey. She says on his channel, they talk about whether couples should sleep together each night or not. Wondering what my views are. I'm sorry I missed that live. Kojo always has great lives on his channel, which is Little Black Book 91. Whether y'all are there each night, that's on you. Okay, I prefer it. I prefer that if you're not away on business or away, working or away taking care of something, I would prefer that my person is home and is, in the same room and we're in the same confines of a room. But if you're snoring and you are disturbing my sleep, we may have to make alternative arrangements on those times. Okay, we may have to make alternative arrangements at those times, not all the time, because sometimes maybe just weary, or sometimes just a different breathing pattern, or maybe you ain't going to the doctor to get that taken care of as far as your breathing situation. But definitely, if it is disturbing your sleep, I would say, for the sake of your sleep and theirs, you could definitely be separate. But I ain't schooling anybody on how they should operate in their own relationship. That's on them. Do what's best for you. Do what's best for you and your partner, and y'all should be fine. I ain't telling people how to live and what to do and how to do it. Okay? So for those of you who are not a member, you do not know today what is the, how should I call it? What is the year in music we're covering today? And today's year in music, the members knew yesterday. Today's year in music is 1998. Okay? Today's year in music is 1998. And someone already said in there, oh, what a time. Oh, what a time was had in 1998. So if you had a wonderful time in 1998, certainly please put it in the comments below. What were you doing in 1998? What was really going on for you in 1998? What was going on with you, surely, in 1998? I think I need to go into my section to make this listed. My YouTube is telling me that this is unlisted. Let me go in here and make sure it is open to all. I did not know that. This is what happens when you have too many things going on at one time. Okay. Okay. I saw what happened there just now. Oh, it's been a long week. As I said, it's been a long week. Definitely, it's been a long week. Love is Blind France and Love is Blind Brazil has had me in a bit of a chokehold. Okay. And I did not make this public. Okay. So I've been talking for the past 5 minutes and I did not make this link and this live public, but it now is. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Got it together now. I had created the live. I'm like, I know I created the live, but it wasn't public. So let me once again say welcome. Thank you for being here. Please make sure you hit the like on the way in and on the way out or in the midst between. This week has been wild for me because Love is Blind France and Love is Blind Brazil hit me with 4 episodes each on the same day, and they're going to do it again next week. But I'm so glad to be here. Yes, Sam, thank you for looking for me. Okay, I was like here chatting for 5 minutes, and I realized in all of the things that I'm doing this week and prepping for the weekend lives, this was still unlisted. So I was live but unlisted. But now it's public. Thank you for being here, Sam. Thank you for being here, Ja Tony. Hey, glad to see you. Love is Blind Brazil season 5 so far. It was entertaining, and I found a lot of adults didn't really say what they meant, and it was silly. That it was. But we have lives for that, Moondust Angel. We're not going to put it out there. We're going to talk about it on the lives for Brazil and France. This weekend, Love is Blind France's live is going to be on Saturday at noon EST. And for Brazil, it's going to be 5 p.m. EST. There's lots to talk about with both. There's a whole bunch of mess, drama, and everything in between for both. So if you thought the seniors weren't going to be on and popping, they were on and popping. If you didn't think the young people of France, I'm sorry, I thought France was going to be dull because I thought they were going to be too polite. I thought the French were going to be too polite and too much in their etiquette bag, okay? But French folks came with it, okay? They came with it. Yes, I can't wait either. I wish we could talk about it right now, but I would spend hours talking about it. You're catching up on both Brazil and France tonight, so you'll be caught the live. Yes, girl. We're going to have lots of chats there. But let me go back because, since I wasn't publicly live, 5 minutes before. For Little Black Book 91, this first comment was about his live. His name is Kojo, and that's where I kind of started my YouTube journey here. And it was whether couples should sleep together each night or not. And my stance is do what's best for your relationship. My preference is that, yes, we are in the same cozy confines. We're in the same cozy confines unless you're away for whatever reason. But again, I'm thinking that do what's best for your relationship. I would prefer that you're here, but if you're snoring, you're going to have to vacate. I'm going to have to say either I remove myself from the area or you remove yourself from the area, even if it's just one night. So yes, Little Black Book 91 did a complete live talking about whether or not couples should cohabitate in the same room or not, whatever people's preference. I'm sorry I didn't make that live, but I was knee deep in Love is Blind. Hey, Ricky Star, glad to see you. Welcome in. France Polite, they're considered to be the rudest and blunt from the world. I understand that. Rude and blunt to us. I didn't think they were rude and blunt to other French people, and especially on camera. They're all about image. From what I gathered, and I don't know all French people, but from what I gathered, they ain't going to be wilding out on their own and wanting to look, real messy on camera. That's what I meant by polite. They will be polite on camera. Yes, respect to Kojo. As I said, Little Black Book 91. So I do what's best for your relationship. I have friends who they do not cohabitate in the same room and they have a wonderful relationship. That's great for them. I have friends that can't even have the same closet with their husbands. Great for them. everybody got a different particular and so forth. K-Shop says, Sammy, you're going to be laughing and throwing nunchucks in the air for Brazil Love is Blind Season 5. Can't wait. I'm going to have a Love is Blind marathon tonight. Sam, hey. So for those of you who are not members, and I'm glad to see so many members here, you know, we cover music here as well on a Friday. We cover music. And this year in music, the members got to find out early that it's 1998. 1998 is the year in music. So this is where I was 5 minutes, you know, into the live realizing it was unlisted, okay? So 1998, what were you doing in 1998? I ain't gonna share what I was doing. But well, anyway, statute of limitations has passed. But 1998 was definitely intriguing for me. Intriguing. I was knee deep in college. I graduated a few years after, but I was knee deep in college. Okay, I was knee deep, real knee deep in college. Moon Dust Angel says, I just couldn't sleep alone. It would make me feel weird. I've had to declutter my wardrobe to give my boyfriend space to put his things. Hey, you know, Mr. ElCid and I have separate closets, okay? Or separate storage of our clothes. Let me put it this way. There's only one walk-in closet and it's all mine. I'm sorry. So you will see that too on Love is Blind Brazil. Some ladies don't share the closet. What a great year in music. I was a young girl loving all the music. Yes, K-Sharp, get Sam all excited. Because Sam, we're gonna have lots to talk about with Brazil on Sunday at 5:05 EST. And France, we're going to talk about it tomorrow's live at noon. And it coincides with evening time for the folks in France. That's why it is going to be at noon tomorrow, that live, okay? So the year of music, I said, is 1998. I did the top 15 because I know how some of y'all are here, my peoples. Y'all are my peoples. But y'all need to hear certain people. And if y'all don't hear certain songs, certain people, I know y'all going to start throwing those tomato emojis that's in, you know, your member emoji section. So I know you want to hear certain things, okay? Oh, Sam tells us in 1998, she bought her first house. A girl, I was still working on my degree, okay? I was still working on my degree. I was starting being an activist at the time, actually. All I got to say is adults are not as well put together as I assumed they would be, in some childishness displayed differently with younger people. You thought the seniors were going to be all, you know, put together, mature. Not for Love is Blind Brazil. But 1998, time you were buying your first house, I was trying to get my first degree. And I was an activist because, you know, back in my day, I'm going to say it, you know, back in my day, you would, before you can register for classes in college, you had to get your advisor to approve your schedule and they had to sign it. And there were two copies, okay? The top copy they kept and the yellow copy you kept. So I am a hoarder of records, okay? I'm a hoarder of records. Hey, to go to Africa, glad to see you here. And my advisor approved my schedule and I have it signed. And I did the classes. And coming all the way up to my degree, they said, oh, no, you don't have enough credits for that degree you want. I said, oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. So I became, well, my own advocate. I always advocated for other people, told them what to do. But I'd never gone to that section. I always know, oh, go to your advisor, go to your registrar, da-da-da-da. I know how to do, you know, advise people on simple stuff. But stuff like this? So somebody says, well, the only thing you can do is you can, you know, write a letter to the they call it a tribunal, and, you know, ask them if you could please, pretty please graduate. I was like, ain't no pretty please. So I put all my stuff together. I had my copy from registrar, and I attached it and sent it to them. And I was on pins and needles wanting to know if I can get my advanced degree. So I didn't graduate in 98, but 98 was a pivotal time for me to continue in my course, you know, that I wanted to go to. All I know in 1998, Jodeci, Britney Spears better be on the top of the list. Daggone it. See, K-Sharp always want to tell me exactly who need to be on the list. Okay? Okay? Yes, Sam. Yeah, I was doing a lot. I was doing a lot at this college that I transferred into. I was doing a lot. Members, remind me, since we're talking about this, remind me when we do our member live on Mondays for me to tell you some of my college antics. Nothing too wild, but I've had a journey. Amazing experience. You must have been such a brave woman. I really admire that. It's what New York gave me. Okay, what New York gave me is like, don't take the first offer of anything. 1998, I was working and raising a 4-year-old. Wow, Miss Mad About Music, you was doing the thing. I love your avatar. Yes, popcorn, sunshine, rain garden. Thank you for being here. Curls Extra. Thank you for telling me that, Sam, because tomorrow is wash day. Okay, tomorrow is wash day. But y'all, let me get into the list because I know y'all on pins and needles, and K-Shop done tell me that Jodeci and Britney better be there. Okay. So number 15 in 1998, this is in all categories, the top, in the top 100 songs, these are the top 15. 15 is Usher, You Make Me Wanna. You make me want to leave the one I'm with and start a new relationship with you. This is what you do. That Usher, okay? That Usher. Love it here. It looks great. I try. Some days I am not feeling it. Today was a not feeling it being out, but it's working. My other love, Mr. Frankie Beverly. Yes. Hey, Tanya B here. Glad you are here. Okay. We are doing 1998. The members knew what year in music. The members knew, and we started with You Make Me Wanna with Usher at number 15. Yes, Usher. Thank you, Sam, for schooling me. I had to get myself together. It's Usher. Okay. Number 14. Okay. Not one of my favorite songs from him. Number 14 is Will Smith, Getting Jiggy With It. That is not a favorite song of mine. Hey, Huda, we got to talk about Project Runway tomorrow. Okay. If y'all ain't seen Project Runway, you better see down to the last second this week. We got lots to talk about. Okay. Huda, I hope to see you tomorrow. I hope I hope you get a break from work so we could talk about that. Oh, Moon Dust Danger, you like Getting Jiggy With It? You getting jiggy with it with Will Smith? I thought it was just a little too bubblegum rap for me. Na. Oh, no, that was not a favorite, but I'm glad you certainly like that song. Now, number 13, even though she's saying about Britney better be on the list. Celine Dion is on the list. Y'all forgot this was Celine Dion's time. Number 13, Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On. Yes, the song was great as well. Hey, High Vibe, glad to see you here. Hey, I said what I said. Glad to see you are here in the chat. I placed that song with Chingy. No, I at least like some of Chingy's songs. I at least like some of Chingy's songs. Oh, yeah, Celine's time for sure. Yeah, Celine, that was Titanic time. Number 12, y'all forgot this other group. This group is in here too. Found the song annoying, but it could be because it was on the radio all the time. Yes, because your heart will definitely go on. So number 12 is No, Destiny's Child. That was the first song I ever heard from Destiny's Child. No. Got me saying, yeah. Okay? When I went to S, they loved Getting Jiggy With It. Is that San Antonio for SA? You went to San Antonio? They played it in the club. You don't remember? No. Got me singing, yeah. They had a remix with Wyclef on the remix with them. That's what I remember with No. Destiny's Child, South Africa. Okay, thank you. I was looking at some stuff today, and that's why I'm like on the West Coast, stuff. Hey, Jackson Tabasco, you're in the bushes. Glad to have you here. Glad to see you in the bushes, okay? If Jackson Tabasco is in the bushes, then she can't throw any tomatoes at the list, okay? Number 11 is Third Eye Blind, How It's Going to Be. Now, I like Third Eye Blind. That ain't one of my favorite songs. Are we saying no to that song? Hey, I don't know. I really don't know if they say no, no, no to the song. Okay. Okay. You can laugh, Jackson. I know you in the bushes. You can't do nothing. Throw in hurdle. Hey, Carl, glad to see you here. Glad to have you here. Carl, we got to talk about Project Runway tomorrow. Hope you can make that live. Okay. Third Eye Blind, number 11 is How's It Going to Be? Yeah, not one of my favorites. Now, number 10 is Paula Cole, I Don't Want to Wait. You know, if y'all know this song, I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. She sings it very high pitch. She sings, I don't want to wait. She sings it, you know, real high pitch. And I'm like, ooh, I like the song, the gist of it, but See, K Sharp says she got Jackson. Jackson Tabasco then slid her tomatoes over to K Sharp, and K Sharp is like, I got you. Okay. I gotta watch K Sharp now in this live. Okay, I got you. Okay. Paula Cole, I Don't Want to Wait, as I said, is number 10. Dawson's Creek, I think was it on Dawson's Creek? Yes, it is the theme song for Dawson's Creek. It is. Yes, it is the theme song for Dawson's Creek. Thank you for reminding me. I thought Dawson's Creek was a different opening. I don't know why. I thought another song was Dawson's Creek. Thank you, Nola, darling. You came in here with the good information. Now, Usher is here again at number 9 at Nice and Slow. Nice and Slow. Usher is here again. So I know y'all ain't mad that Usher is on the list a second time with his Nice and Slow. Because it was, you know, some Nice and Slow. We actually have R&B section that is a legitimate R&B section for this year of 1998. Because remember, we did 2000 and something, and it was barely no R&B. It was 50 Cent up and down the board. So we got Usher for 1998. Okay? You like Nice and Slow to this day? Yes, Usher. Number 8 is the remix, the 1997 version, but it was released in 98. Elton John's Candle in the Wind. That was, you know, for Princess Diana. Definitely. You know, I absolutely love his original. That was for Norma Jean for Marilyn Monroe. I love Candle in the Wind. That is one of my favorite songs with Elton John. Absolutely love it. It's kind of like up there with my George Michael's Careless Whisper. Oh, love those two songs. Now, number 7. Now, I don't know if this is going to satisfy Miss K Sharp, but some members are at number 7. Number 7 is Casey and JoJo, All My Life. Because all my life, I pray for someone like you. And I thank God that I finally found you. Because all my life, I've been waiting for someone. I pray for someone like you. And I hope that you do love me too. I mean, it's Casey and JoJo. I'm hoping, K Sharp, that you are satisfied with this. Okay? Yes, Careless Whisper is a fast. I would do Careless Whisper for karaoke. You know, I would do that for karaoke. You still love that song? Displacement makes sense to me. Okay, Sam. Thank you. Casey and JoJo are at number 7, All My Life. Okay. We got the hearts from K Sharp. She put the tomatoes down. Okay. So 1998, we got Casey and JoJo. Now, above Casey and JoJo, it makes sense. This is the icon. This is Miss Janet. Miss Jackson, if you nasty. This is Janet, but Miss Jackson, if you nasty. And she's at number 6 with Together Again. Together Again. Oh, Jackson Tabasco agrees too with where Casey and JoJo is. Okay. I don't think it's a great wedding song to go to Africa. You know, I'm about the music. I'm about the lyrics out here. You hope you love me too. No. We better be sure at the wedding that you love me too. No hope that you pick me too. Okay. Hey, Shay B, glad to see you here. Glad to have you here for a live. Okay. Yeah. Janet is here. Together Again. Everywhere I go, every smile I see. You're here. Am I thinking Together Again? Yep. I'm thinking of the right one. Janet and Celine were doing it. Yes, that was their year. Okay. Hey, Nestor, Shaka Shuffle, Walk of Shame. Happy Friday. I have questions, but I love natural hair. Okay. You have questions. Is it your usual questions? If it's your usual questions, then we need to keep the usual questions on a hush. You don't really like that song from Janet? It is kind of teeny bopper, chewing gum kind of, bop. Okay. Was this her whisper song? No, this wasn't her whisper song. That was Anytime, Any Place. That was her whisper song. Now, number 5, I ain't a fan. Okay. I don't dislike the person's music, but I ain't a fan. LeAnn Rimes. Okay. How Do I Live? How Do I Live? I know the song. I'm not a fan. But if there are any LeAnn Rimes fans in the chat, she's at number 5 with How Do I Live? Yeah. How do I live without you? I'm not sure. Y'all don't remember that Janet song? That was the one with the video where she's going all over the world and it's like, everywhere I go, every smile I see, I know you are smiling back at me. That's, hey, Miss Boogie Down, glad to see you're here. Okay. Glad to see you're here. Think you put it on your playlist? Okay. High vibe. That's for members only chat. Anytime, any place brings back so many memories. Okay. So many memories. Great memories. I mean, I don't really like that Janet song. Okay. Sneaky LeAnn Rimes. LeAnn Rimes got her husband. It's real sneaky. Yes. Anytime, any place is definitely on the playlist. Okay. Well, Miss Boogie Down is here. She says, I am a fan of LeAnn Rimes. There you go. Speak up. Speak up for your artist. So above LeAnn Rimes is Savage Garden. Now, I am a fan of Savage Garden. Truly, Madly, Deeply is number 4. She be snatching people, man. Well, not people, just one person's man. Okay? Isn't it one person's man? Or how many people, man? She stole Brandy's husband. Wow. Okay. She stole Brandy's husband. Wow. I didn't know the Brandy part, but I knew she with somebody's husband now, or somebody's ex-husband now. She married him, but I knew she took somebody else's husband a few years ago. Okay. I see you, Nola, darling. Swallow it up. I see that we know of, right, Tanya B, that has been reported by media. So above, Savage Garden, and number 3 is Shania Twain. It is not I Feel Like a Woman. It is not. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is You're Still the One. You're still the one that I run to, the one I belong to. You're still the one, I kiss goodnight, or I want for life. You're still the one. So Shania Twain is number 3. I ain't happy about that placement, but I know I heard that song all the time. So Shania Twain is number 3. You're Still the One. You're still the one I run to, the one my heart belongs to. Shania Twain is number 3. Now, speaking of stealing somebody's man at number 2, okay? You can see Shania. I can see it, but it ain't my placement. Oh, wow. Y'all putting all people business in the chat, and I love it. She lost her husband to her best friend as well. See, that's what happens when it's a closed, ecosystem, and it's only so few men and women, and people be trading like if it's baseball cards. Was a big Shania Twain, but yes, I Feel Like a Woman. Yes, love that. I would do that at karaoke too. Now, speaking about stealing people's man, we have a question, okay? Whose man is it really? Whose man is he? Who does he belong to? Because at number 2 is Brandy and Monica with The Boy Is Mine. Now, I really like that song. I like what they did with that song. I love that, people were pitting Brandy and Monica against each other during that time, and they came together for a song to say the boy is mine. Yeah, they were consoling each other. So The Boy Is Mine. Thank you, Jackson Tabasco, for reminding us. Please hit the like, okay? I may have started off rocky with this still being in the unlisted group when I finally released it to everybody, but please hit the like. But The Boy Is Mine, I liked what they did. It reminded me, remember back in the, if you're of a particular age, you'll remember this. Remember when they were pitting Magic Johnson against Larry Bird, and they were pitting them against each other, and then they made them do like either the Pepsi commercial or some other commercials where they came out like this rivalry kind of thing. And I like that whoever did marketing brought Brandy and Monica together for The Boy Is Mine. But I have a question. We saw them open that door in the video, and both of them greeted the boy at the door. Where is that boy? Has anyone heard from the boy since they opened up that door? Because they say they had about enough. It's not hard to see that the boy is mine. Where's the boy? Who did he choose? Where did he go? Did they both handle that business with him? Was he able to escape down the fire escape or something? Where is the boy in The Boy Is Mine? Is he okay? Is he okay? Because we see we don't see nothing. Not with either of them apparently. Right. He ain't nowhere. We see the back of his head, so we cannot positively identify him, okay? The song was all about them. Miss Boogie Down says, Team Brandy, although Monica overall vocals are superior, I love how Brandy was an American sweetheart. Monica is too dang grown. I have to say, Miss Boogie Down, this is where we part ways. I was Team Monica. Sorry, white sandals and all. Even to this day. If you hear her album and the way she sang Misty Blue, oh my word. Yes, but as you said, superior vocals. I like that for Brandy, definitely. The boy is somebody's daddy. Ooh. And none of them are the baby mama. Okay, neither Brandy nor Monica had his kid. So I'm going to take that as a win for Brandy and Monica that they ain't fall into that trap. Okay, but the boy is somebody's daddy. I like that one. I vibe. So number one, I'm hoping K-Sharp didn't ask for this group, but they're at number one. Number one is a song that also used to get people in trouble. Okay. I love they're both going doing their concert in December. Yes. I always wondered why they didn't just both leave the guy who heard the song first time I was a child. She was like 14. Hey. She didn't write them songs herself. She didn't write them songs herself. But I get you, Miss Boogie Down. I get you. So number one is the group Next. Y'all know Next. And the number one song of that time was Too Close. Okay? Too Close by Next is the overall number one. To say I was shocked, but I could see it. I was hearing that song too much in 1998. Too much. So Next, Too Close is the number one song of 1998. So, yeah. The thing is that it could get you, now girl, I know you felt it. Boo, I know you can't help it. I know what you want to do, baby, when we're grinding, I get so excited. Ooh, how I like it. I try, but I can't fight it. Oh, you're dancing real close. Plus it's real slow. You're making it what? You're making it what for me? Exactly. Coming in straight to the like button. Yes. I'm shocked too, but I love it. You're dancing too close. Right. Exactly. The boner song. Yes. That was a tactful way of telling us that he was rising to the occasion. Didn't see that coming. I disagree. Okay, Miss Bad About Music says she disagrees. Oh, step back, you're dancing kind of close. What? Feel a little pull coming through from you? What? No, I disagree with that song. Is number one. Still a good song. So, Next is getting too close. They're too close at number one. Wow. Wow. Still a good song. Well, that was the top 15 all around for 1998. Okay, that was the top 15. So somebody here wanted to talk about, there's a new show on Netflix. I have not finished it. I will give a full disclosure. I've not finished it. It's called Love Con Romance. It is a series about romantic scams. Y'all remember Tinder Swindler? When we started these, we were talking about there's something in legislature right now in Congress to protect people against romance scams here in the US, but I haven't finished it. But what I did look at is the one with the sister. Okay. I'm not going to, this is not victim blaming. This is, I need my sisters to be aware. Yes, Miss Boogie Down, Nesto and Shirley Strawberry could be on season 2. After his trial, whatever season they at, they're going to definitely have an episode. But they may need a whole season themselves. Because if you're in the Nesto universe, if you're in the Nesto Shirley Strawberry side chick universe, a man that got 3 wives at the same time, bigamy is on his list, allegedly. I gotta say allegedly, though we have seen the documents. Okay, we have seen the documents where there's overlapping marriages, but the court has to decide. Okay, and since he has multiple, he has a record. This is one more strike, and Georgia at least 10 years just for the bigamy. Okay, and the people in the chat here from Nestor University, you all know I always say I don't care about the other financial crimes. I do care, but it's a lot. It's a slam dunk in my opinion with the bigamy with the documents. I was so upset the way she handled stuff. I was asking myself, what, $2 million? So what it is this young lady dating this dude. Okay, it's a brother. Okay, it's a brother, and broke her heart, struggled with her situation. Okay. She dated this dude, and he asked her for money to open up a clinic for BBLs. Okay? BBLs. I have not watched the whole thing. What I'm going to do is save this for next week, but I'm just going to pitch y'all. I want everybody to set aside some time. Set aside some time for y'all this week to watch it, and we're going to really get into it and all of them next Unsolicited Advice next week. So this sister, he asked her for money, and they were dating. She said no. Okay, she had 2 beautiful daughters too. She said no. He came around and he went and said, "Well, how about this? How about we go and I can go and," he set it up to marry her. Let me put it that way. I think it was a setup to marry her. And in his setting up to marry her, after they were married, she decided, well, this is my husband. I'm going to go ahead and give him the money. Okay? She went ahead and gave him the money. Okay? Oh, thank you, Miss Boogie Down. I'm trying to get to see all who received the memberships. But in the meantime, let me say thank you so much. Thank you for gifting the ElCitizens, giving people their passports into our realm. Okay, I'm trying to get to it. Actually, see who received the memberships. Okay, let me see the list. Let me see if YouTube will give me the list. Sean Unfiltered, Squinting Cat, Kimmy Who, Sanja Woodside Everline, Get It Together Wellness. Yes, thank you so much for gifting the membership. So I ain't going to disclose everything. Okay, I ain't going to disclose everything. But he used to say PhD. He had a doctor coat on. And she never checked with the medical board if he had a medical license. I don't need to see the birds of Harlem shaking. Sean wasn't already a member? Shake my head. Yeah, Sean wasn't a member. Hey, Sean was a member. Sean busy. Sean busy. Sean is busy out here. So, yeah, so he had the lab coat on and everything. He opened up the clinic now, okay? he didn't have a medical license. She never checked the medical board to see if he had a license to practice. Okay? He had a PhD, but he was not a medical doctor. She never checked. So in this instance is where I always say, I know people have issues with this former president, but I would tell you, there are 3 words I always take with me from that man, Ronald Reagan. Trust, but verify. I don't take your word for it. If it is supposed to be reported to a government agency, I'ma check it. The Patriot Act, okay? All these things give me the right to ask for this information. She never checked to see the man had a medical license. To me, that's basic. For me, that is basic. When I used to be dating in these streets, I used to ask for people's driver's license. I want to see it. But you know what I used to do? I used to remember the driver's license number so I could, go check on that to make sure it ain't a suspended license. Members, we could talk about that. We could talk about different ways you can, check on, people's background. Okay. There's a guy in the States from years ago, a teenager. No, he is not. Yeah, he is like that guy, but this one is on a whole different level, Moondust Angel. Miss Lady would have run a background check on him at least. Yes. She had 2 daughters. Yes. I don't care. I have 2 sons and I would still do background check. Y'all know if you've been here, you know my thing with Mr. ElCid. One of our dates was going to the police precinct to run that record. Both of us. Okay? We running that record. It's that all the way around. Yes, ElCid, I see. Girl, we got to protect ourselves. We do. You can't be having people in your life without checking the background, especially if you bring them around your kid. If it was me, I'd check to see if it was a registered doctor. I couldn't live without knowing whether it was accurate. Well, Moondust Angel, not to give it away, but the clinic did suffer. Okay? He used the license, or he used someone who was not an anesthesiologist. They were a doctor, but not an anesthesiologist. Okay? Not an anesthesiologist. And someone perished getting their BBL at his facility. This woman left her corporate job to help run this clinic. She left the actual corporate job, making her money to raise her kids, left it. Yes, it's fine with his, if you want to be there for his dream, but guess what, sister? You got to check, make sure he has a license. You got to check and make sure the facility's on the up and up. I don't even know my driver's license by heart. I know it only because I have to, use it several times. I have to use it several times. But Shaby, if I look at your license or whatever, I'm seeing it in my head. I'm saying it in my head, and then I go and I do a little text like I'm texting someone, and I'll put it in there because I can remember up to 8 to 10 numbers right away. But yes, it's shocking. But that ain't the only shocking part of it. That ain't the only shocking part. That man, her daughters confronted him. Her daughters went to the police, and the police say they ain't go investigate him and take in the money from the mama. $2 million. All I said is, my sister, all this could have been avoided if you checked if he had a medical license. All of that. Secondly, see, this is why he had her go for the money. Struggle not to judge these ladies. I watched the series. The sister investigator was on point. No, she had to go get a loan. And here's my thing with that loan. Okay? I need to look at, y'all, this is why I don't do the whole crime, drama thing. I don't do it because I'm like, what did Lil Kim say? A pit bull in a skirt? That's how I get. And all I was thinking is, y'all had the business plan. Y'all gave it to the bank. He had to be listed as the medical professional running this facility. Did no one check his license? Did not even the lender check his license? So I'm sorry. She's asking for the loan to put this facility together. She still needed someone with a medical degree to be the one, in charge of this. Whose license is this resting on? So even the bank failed in this. Whoever the lender is, and I was like, I got to find out who this lender is. Which bank did they go to? Whoever the lender is failed her too. You seem too good to be true. It usually is. Yes, trust your gut and your instinct. Even if I don't trust my gut or instinct and nothing ain't telling me to run, I still check. Trust, but verify. Maybe they could have lied about what the loan was for. They might have not checked in the instance. Then that's loan fraud. That's loan fraud. Some people make it all the way to having patients in a hospital with no license. Yes, just Rhonda 01. That too is certainly true. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I was like, something that simple. So there, and I have a girlfriend that's dating, and I told her, hey, there are two things I would like you to do with this person. There are 2 dates. He ain't got to spend no money, but you got to realize that, whether or not he's for you. Y'all know my 2 favorite dates. Go grocery shopping together so you could talk about the food, the shelves, and how y'all eat and how y'all children gonna eat, how this household gonna be run. Y'all know it made a big impact in Love is Blind UK season 2 that just ended. Between cake and broccoli, rice, and mince. The other date is, even if you don't do it, and I'm a proponent for you doing it, that let's go to the local precinct and run a background check. Let's go to the local precinct. Check and see if your local precinct, you need, an appointment. I'm in a small town. You could just roll on in. Say, hey, his reaction to that will tell you everything you need to know. If you're just like, oh, okay, let's do it. I want to make sure I'm protected, especially if you have children. I have daughters. I want to make sure, and we run in mine too. Okay. Now I'm thinking it could be the reason why she didn't get any justice. She was played double time. Could have been. You have a referred link to go run deep searches. I don't have a preferred link. I just go. You can go to the local police department, quite frankly. You could go. As long as you have their name. And that's the thing. I did not need his social. Let the sheriff have your social. Let them run the report and print it. Some places now it's like maybe a $20, $25 fee, but hey, it is well worth it. But definitely your state boards, if they're saying that they're a doctor, you go to medical board. You could go to any state's medical board and put their name in there. Okay? I think law enforcement feels like you gave them the money, so we're not getting involved. That's when you got to go. Then if law enforcement doesn't want to do anything, you can go to your local district attorney. The district attorney could tell you, and the district attorney could push law enforcement into investigating because this is a case they wish to look into. You could, again, the local boards, if you start there, then there's certainly a record and a pattern of behavior. But she didn't even check to see that this man don't have a medical license. Now, this is another reason why I don't want to go too far into it, because I'm the type of person, I will call the school he graduated from and try and get information that he graduated. I did that with the person out here that's like gifts, donations. He is legitimately a doctor. He legitimately has a PhD. But again, these people out here, anybody you dating, hey, oh, I'm a doctor, or I graduate. Oh, what school did you graduate from? Really? Oh, what year? That's awesome. Howard University. I'm doing an employment verification for someone. They claim that they graduated from your college in 1998. Could you verify? Okay, I'll hold. Oh, they did? Okay, thank you very much. I mean, you can call the colleges and universities and find out if the person really did graduate. They may have where you have to put in a record request. You need to go online, you need to fill out this form, and we will send you the information. Yes, but you have to verify. Hey, Mimi, glad to see you here. In the bushes over here in the falls. You always go to awesome places. At first, I thought you meant the flats, like the Cleveland, the flats. She hesitated to say yes when she said she didn't want to embarrass. At the end, she said when he proposed around her friends and family, she didn't want to say no and embarrass him in front of all of them. Yet here you are, embarrassed on Netflix and international television. Y'all know I ain't afraid to embarrass nobody in public. And that's how we have to be. When you hesitate, say, hey, this is not the time. This is not the time. I'm not ready. You can certainly put it on you and say, you know what? I'm not ready. Or you could publicly tell them, I don't like public displays of proposals at all. I prefer a private proposal. Because by then y'all would have been talking marriage. But y'all please make sure that you set aside some time to go see Love Con, the romance scammer show on Netflix. I'm going to try and watch all of it by next week. I'm making no promises, but y'all know I'm going to try. I'm going to be at work with my headphones on listening to these people. That's why he did it in front of everybody. You should, never be afraid to say no. In front of everybody and anybody. Don't be afraid to say no. Or just say, I'm not sure. This is not what I expected. Or even if you don't want to embarrass them and don't say, no in front of everybody, you could hand them the ring back in the car on the ride home and say, you know what? I didn't appreciate that. This ain't it. We're going to talk about this later, but here's the ring back. I'll tell you when I'm ready to wear it. Because he was pushing for that money. And then she left a corporate job. Y'all, I didn't want to get too much into her. I didn't want to get too far into her. We got to get to the next part of the list of music. But definitely Love Con, the romance scamming series. Please make sure if y'all can't watch it by next week, I will probably deep dive into each episode and kind of I'm going to make some notes on what the ladies or people could do better, what they could do better. So, okay, now let's get into the R&B of it all of 1998. And I had to do 20 because y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it is in R&B in 1998. There's some names that y'all need to hear. Tyler Perry show Beauty and the Black is back. That's great. I'm not on that. So again, I'm not afraid to say no, embarrassment in front of everybody. No, I'm not watching. I like Tyler Perry. Okay. I like, The Family That Prays and some of the movies of yesteryear, but I'm not into his thing. LNB said she's late, but she made it here for the music. You made it here right on time for the R&B. But when you said that to go to Africa, and this is for my Project Runway fans, when you said that to go to Africa, this is what went through my head. Ooh, child. That's our favorite Joan. I said I had to go in there and make sure I had a clip for our Miss Joan from Project Runway. When you said that, Beauty Black, I was like, ooh, child. You're crying at no. No. I'm tired of seeing us suffering. I don't watch TP anymore. I don't watch his series. Wonderful, that he does employ us in everything but writing. But I'm tired. I'd like to see us, uplifted and just not always in the same situations. But let's get to the R&B situations of it all, because we got a top 20 list and we got to get through it. Okay. Because I had this live unlisted instead of live public. I'm a little 5 minutes late. So number 20 is John B. They Don't Know. They Don't Know. Is a slight pause. That's why in the member emoji is the I'm doing a little pause. I know Shay B loves to hear the but I'm doing that little pause. But number 20 is John B. They Don't Know. They don't know what this is. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about me and you. It's hard to find because it's jealousy. They don't know. Yes, JB. Okay, Wonder Bread. No. Oh my word. Oh, y'all are too much. Love it. Number 19 is Uncle Sam. I Don't Ever Want to See You Again. Now, I couldn't remember that song. I could not remember it. It's Uncle Sam. I Don't Ever Want to See You Again. I couldn't remember the song. So maybe nobody ain't ever tell me, I don't want to see you again. I don't ever want to see you again. Number 18 is Nicole Ray with a W. Make It Hot. Make It Hot. Okay? Make It Hot. Nicole Ray. Number 17. This is really why I did 20. It could have been top 17. This is one of my favorites. Okay? Girl, LMB, I didn't remember it when I heard it. But I know this one. I'm writing you this letter to tell, because I can't tell if baby face to face. I'm writing you this letter, and this is what I have to say. I thought you were someone that would do me right. Instead, you play with my emotions and you made me cry. What you do to me. This is Whitney Houston with Faith Evans and Kelly Price, Heartbreak Hotel. One of my favorites. I have my girls and I hanging out, and this song plays on. We're going to pretend like we a duo or a trio. Do it. I ain't gonna take it. No more. When Whitney was saying I ain't gonna take it no more, at the end, I was like, ooh, Heartbreak Hotel was it. John B. should be much higher on the list. Okay. We're gonna see how you feel about the rest of the list. Yes, welcome to the Heartbreak Hotel. Oh, you can't stand that song? Oh, Miss Boogie Down, are we in separate? We're going separate ways. Brandy and Monica is coming between us, and now the Heartbreak Hotel is coming between us. Wow, Miss Boogie Down. We still good though. We still cool. Number 16 is Divine Lately. I couldn't remember that song. I could not remember their version of Lately. Divine. I was like, what the heck is this? So we're going to move on right along. I don't know if you like Divine Lately. You could certainly put it in chat. But number 15 is Mariah Carey, My All. I give my all to you. To have one more night with you. I give my all to feel your body next to mine. Though I can't go on without just one, give my all for your love tonight. I think that was the lyrics. All I really wanted was someone. Yes, instead you told me someone else was on your mind. What you do to me. Yes, Moondust Angel. Sorry, Moondust Angel. That's all the lyrics you can put in the chat. We're gonna respect Miss Boogie Down. Can't stand the song. We ain't gonna put too much lyrics. We ain't gonna put too much on 20. Okay. I'm allow you that set of lyrics, but don't put no more. Okay. Yes, Divine Lately. Divine with a D-I instead of D-E. Don't remember that. Oh my God, they wore out my all down there, and I began to grow fatigue. Yes. I'm a whole lamb up in here. Okay. Every time somebody says they're a lamb, I don't immediately think Mariah Carey. What I go to is Revenge of the Nerds. I go lambda. When everybody says they're a lamb, I'm like, oh, lambda. I'm sorry. I don't know why. That's what comes to my mind. So above Miss Carey, okay, is Montel Jordan, Let's Ride. Now, Montel, I did not like this song, but hey, Let's Ride, Montel Jordan is at number 14. No, we're not hating on Queen Whitney. We just, that may not be a song. You know how I don't like certain bubblegum song? I don't, the harmony ain't doing it for Miss Boogie Down. We're going to respect it because we've done moved on to the next songs. Number 13. Yeah, it's a great dance song. Yeah, okay. I know you're just joking, Miss Moondust Angel. Number 13 is Miss Jackson, I Get So Lonely. I Get Lonely by Janet Jackson, number 13. I Get So Lonely. Can't have just anybody hold me. I want, you are the one that lives with me, my dear. I want no one but you. It's not one of my favorites because the music changes tone like 3 different times in the song. But hey, I Get Lonely. It's not a bad song with Miss Janet. Yes, he is battling cancer, Montel. Yes, he is. I thought I saw him. No, they reported that he rang the bell, but he said he didn't. Okay. Yes, I Get So Lonely by Janet Jackson is number 13. Now, number 12. Everything. The song is Doo Wop by Lauryn Hill. Number 12. That thing. That thing, that thing, that thing. The second verse is dedicated to the men, more concerned with his rims and his Tims and his women. I mean, coming in the club, popping yen like you got yen. I mean, come on now. Doo-wop, that thing. One of my favorite songs by her. Yes, I really like doo-wop. I really do like doo-wop. We know it's Boogie. We know. Lauryn Hill was on fire that time. Yes, she was. It was a total miseducation. She can do no wrong, but I'm not going to a concert. You better preach, K-Sharp. Lauryn Hill, you can do no wrong, but hey, I ain't paying for no tickets. One of my girlfriends did. She's like, let's go. No, I'm going to stay home. She dragged her husband, and she texted me, it's been 2 hours, and she ain't hit the stage yet. I said, well, I am home in the bed. Have a nice night. El Boogie, that woman changed my life. I know. Yes, hair weaves done by Koreans. Ooh, don't be a hard rock when you really are a jam, baby girl. Respect is just the minimum. Ooh, they acting up, but you still defending them now. Lauren is only human. Don't think I haven't been in this same predicament. I mean, we could go on and on, but we're going up to number 11. Okay, this is the only way I can see this rapper on a chart like this, but he does have a place in my heart. He's a feature. We have How Deep Is Your Love? Dru Hill featuring Redman. Now, I'm a Redman fan. Y'all know in the rap industry, Redman don't always get the props he deserves, but I am a fan. Okay, but Dru Hill, how deep is your love? Tell me what it's going to be. Yeah, some of it, not a whole lot of bars, but some bars. But I could remember lyrics because these are like, oh, tell me what it's going to be. Do you ever think about me? And Lodo friends won't know. See that? How deep is your love for me? I'm a Dru Hill fan, but I'm telling you, I'm a Dru Hill fan. I'm an odd Dru Hill fan. Because the one you would hear on repeat for me is Beauty. Because Beauty is her name. I'm hoping I can make you mine. Ooh. Not let another man steal your heart. What? Beauty is my top song from Dru Hill. I am a Dru Hill fan, but Beauty is my favorite song. Okay. So yes, How Deep Is Your Love? It has a Redman feature. That is at number 11. Number 10 is Destiny's Child featuring Wyclef Jean. No, no, no. The remix. It's the remix. Remember, we heard No, no, no in the all-around category above. Yeah, you love Beauty as well. Oh, I'm hoping I can make you. I'm gonna have to go play that after I get off this because I absolutely love that song. So number 9 after Destiny's Child is number 10. No, no, no. Remix with Wyclef Jean. We have number 9, Brandy, Have You Ever? And I know that is a song for a whole bunch of people. Have you ever loved someone make you cry? Have you ever? I'm hearing the song in my head. Have you ever found someone who, broke your heart too? I can absolutely hear that song, but I'm not grabbing all the lyrics. Girl, I was jamming, and we used to have the LPs that would spin. Oh, always spinning. But yes, Have You Ever by Brandy is number 9. Now we have some other R&B coming up in here. We have some more R&B coming up in here. And we have Casey and JoJo at number 8 with All My Life. We did see them above in the all-around category. All My Life was number 7 all around, and it's number 8 in R&B. Don't know how that came to be, but it's number 8 in R&B section. Okay. Yes, you're Brandy. Yes, Have You Ever? Brandy coming up again. Okay, Brandy's coming up again. But my girl Monica is next at number 7 with Angel of Mine. Different now. You helped me grow. When I lost all hope, you showed me love. You sent from above. I can hear it. Checking for you right on time. Angel of mine. They should have been number one. Oh, okay. 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 Nothing from mint condition ever. Well, it's 1998. Was mint condition out and about in 1998? I thought mint condition was out and about earlier than 1998. But yes, number 7 was Monica, Angel of Mine. That Angel of Mine record, I think that is the album where she does Misty Blue. And I'm telling you, if you have not heard Monica sing Misty Blue, you're missing out. Number 6 is Next, Too Close. We already talked about Next, Too Close. I don't know how Next is top in pop and everybody else, but it ain't the top of R&B. So y'all got what y'all wanted. Y'all say Next shouldn't have been on top. Well, Next ain't on top in the R&B with Too Close. Now, Usher is above Next with Nice and Slow. Usher is number 5 with Nice and Slow. So Usher is above Next in the R&B category for them spins. Okay. After that, number 4 is Deborah Cox. Nobody's supposed to be here. How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. I've tried that love game for the last time. My heart says what? What Destiny's Child said, no. So Deborah Cox, number 4, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here. I mean, a few of us forgot about that song in 1998. I'm telling you to go to Africa. We forgot that. Mr. Raymond Badisi. Love it, Raymond. That was a jam, Deborah Cox. Yes. Nobody's supposed to be here. And when I like the musicality of the song, when she gets to the end and the band just cuts and she keeps on singing, my heart says no, and the band goes silent. Love the musicality of that song. That's still in heavy rotation here. Nestor Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says, yes, Deborah, is amazing. Now, Monica is back at number 3 with The First Night. Okay. Monica is back at number 3. Nobody. Yep. Nobody. Yep. And the thing is, I was like, oh, is she coming for Keith Sweat with that Nobody? So number 3, Monica, The First Night. Now that is off of that Angel of Mine album. I didn't think it placed number 3, even though I'm a Monica fan. I didn't think it placed number 3, but hey, Monica was, in heavy rotation then. Now, number 2 is going to be kind of controversial because of who the artist is. This is back in 1998, okay? He was not incarcerated then, but he is now, okay? I'm going to call him how K.L. King calls him. Robert. Robert is on the list at number 2 with Celine Dion with I Am Your Angel. I didn't think it was going to be that high. I didn't think that Robert and Celine Dion were going to be that up there with I'm Your Angel. I really didn't think so at all. Number 2, not for me, not on my list, but this is not my list, okay? But number 1 is certainly Brandy and Monica, The Boy Is Mine. Tell me about it, LNB. No, it shouldn't even be on there. But The Boy Is Mine is number 1. She's saying that for Robert. Kels was a genius, such a waste of talent, but Celine, very underrated. Yes. But number 1 is Brandy and Monica, The Boy Is Mine. Now, y'all, we did have rap in 1998. Okay, we did have rap. And I do know we're already an hour in and we're having a good time. Someone else in the group said they love our talks about travel. She asked, how much cash should you have on you when you travel? Because it is legal for airport agents to search your items. Now, yeah, she's the queen of Haitians. I remember you told me about your dad. Yes. So there was a news report here in Atlanta airport. There was a gentleman who was going to Cali to film videos. He had over $8,000 in his bags. He was stopped by police officers in the airport and searched, and they took his money, all $8,000 in cash. He had to sue them to get his money back because they'd say, hey, you better make your flight before you're left behind. And they kept the money. He sued them. He got his money back, but he had to sue them again for them to pay the legal fees because the legal fees was above the $8,000. Now, me, when I'm traveling, I don't like to take cash. If I'm going to get cash, I usually get it at my destination. But I don't like having a whole bunch of cash at all. Maybe $500, maybe $500, but that's going to be it. Okay? In small bills, nothing over a 20. Okay? But I put my stuff on a card. You saw the story about the man? Yes, you saw the story. Cash you have on you depends on what you intend to do on your holiday. If you're budgeted correctly, you don't need to have a load of money. Jackson Tabasco said $300 to $400. Now, here's the thing. Here's one thing, and I don't know if I shared with you guys. There are some financial institutions that you incur no international fees or any kind of conversion rate. And members, because, I'll share it with you guys in the member live, which financial institution, because I don't know about YouTube's rules about doing this. I don't want it to seem like I'm advertising. It begins with C and an S, okay? The last name is Schwab. Their debit card, definitely they have a card where you can have money in the account, and wherever you go, you could go to Europe and you could use that card and you will not incur any conversion fees, conversion rates, or international ATM fees. It is zero cost to you. Now, here's the other thing. I personally like the PayPal card. Okay. But if you use that, you have to take your laptop with you. What I learned a few years ago, and we did this on our trip to Portugal, is that in your PayPal account, you can convert to different currencies when you're traveling. So you can take that $500 cash, you could go to your CVS and Walgreens and load it on your card. You can actually take cash, and there's a icon that the customer service there, they can load that money, and before you get to your car, the money shows up on your card. Now, when I did that, I know where we were going, we needed euros. So I went on there. There is a fee, but it's very nominal. It is very nominal fee for the conversion with a few years ago with PayPal. So I did the conversion. I made sure I had at least about $300 in euros, but also I went to my bank and made sure I had, hard money in euros. So because many places where we were going to Portugal, many places probably wouldn't have the facilities for an actual card. Now, why I'm saying take your laptop, because PayPal doesn't allow you to do conversion in currency at this time on the app. So you have to log in on a laptop to do the currency change. It hasn't changed yet. I've been monitoring them. So this is what I'm saying. You can go and you can have two different currencies. When I went to Spain, we were going through London, so I had pound sterling and I had euros. But you have your regular US dollars in the account. So when I ran out and I was tapping, and I ran out, I can go back. When I went back to the hotel, I was able to go in and convert more money and have more money on the card. That's why I had to take my laptop. So that's how I navigate internationally. There are other, as I said, the other card, you don't even have to do conversion or anything like that. I just like to take the currency from that location. I don't take more than $500 with me. And I like to have the currency on my PayPal account. And, some people, that's just too much. They just want their credit card and use it, and that's fine. But please make sure you are aware of any currency exchange and fees that your credit card may charge you before you go anywhere. I told you all about the phones. I get a local phone. I pay for a local phone. When I go away, I get their, I have a travel phone. They put their chip in. I get a local phone. So that's some of the ways that I kind of navigate in my travels. But cash, yes, cash is king, but I ain't carrying a whole bunch of cash with me. As I said, I'm like Jack Tabasco. I'm bringing a whole bunch. So that $8,000, I'm wondering, why couldn't he pay some of those people, pay their deposits? Can he pay with card? Why couldn't he go to the bank on that side of the world and withdraw that money? Because you certainly can. Yes, there's some banks that won't allow you to, but if he has an account there, he certainly can. He can make an appointment to get that money when he gets there. So yes, I saw the story with that young man with that $8,000, and I was like, wow. I was like, that was a little too much. So it's subjective to people, but members, I'm trying for my an associate of mine that I know who is a travel agent. He will be on our member live on Monday, which is at 8 p.m. EST. So you can certainly gather your questions, and I'm going to post something. When I post the member live, you could certainly make your comments, and I would make sure he gets to see them and be prepared for any questions you may have of a licensed travel agent. Okay? So let's get to the last part of music, which is the hip hop section. Well, they say hip hop and R&B, so you know we're gonna have some stuff. Okay. So at number 10, okay, are y'all ready? At number 10, we have How Deep Is Your Love, Drew Hill. How deep is your love for me? We already saw them before. Okay. How deep is your love? Now, this is supposed to be rap, R&B, and hip hop, so you're gonna see some R&B in there, okay? Maybe he was doing something shit. Well, that's what the cops are gonna say, but unless you have proof, I ain't gonna say he's doing something shady. He said he was doing a video. Yeah. So number 9 is The First Night with Monica. I don't think she should be here. On this hip hop and art, but it's hip hop and R&B. But hey, that's just me. Number 8, though, is, someone who was on the news just recently. This one is another Shaby. You better prepare another is Kelly Price, Friend of Mine. And I think it's because the other people who are in there, but hey, the Isley brothers are in there and Robert. Okay. Now, a Friend of Mine used to be a favorite of mine because it was about shady friends like Leanne Rhymes who trying to take your man, take your husband. But I was like, yeah, hip hop and R&B. I couldn't find a strictly hip hop list. They had hip hop and R&B together because the next one is number 7 in this list. The Boy Is Mine is number 7 because I guess the list focuses on hip hop, but it really does. It focuses on R&B, but it's a weird list. But I pulled it because it will cause conversation. So yes, The Boy Is Mine is number 7 on this list. Brandy and Monica. Janet's I Get Lonely is number 6. Too Close by Next is number 5. All My Life with Casey and JoJo is number 4. Let's Ride with Montel Jordan is number 3. Nice and Slow by Usher is number 2. And number 1 kind of threw me for a loop. Number 1 threw me for a loop because I said, I ain't even seen you nowhere. Where did you come from? Like Deborah Cox said, nobody's supposed to be here. You weren't supposed to be here. You were supposed to be in the complete R&B section, not there. Yeah, Cause Conversations and Tomatoes. Yes. Miss Boogie Down, where's the hip hop? Nowhere in sight. Because the hip hop they also had on other lists was like Lauryn Hill's Doo Wop. They also had, other songs they had was Money, Power, Respect, The Lox, DMX, and Lil' Kim. Okay. What the hell, Cotton Eye Girl? Yes. Other lists had Make It Hot with Nicole, Missy Elliott, and Mocha. Make 'Em High was on some other people's list. Master P, Silk the Shaka. I was like, where's all of this? But they also had like Maya. And I'm like, Maya is not hip hop and rap. I wouldn't put her there. But the number one song I thought was really odd to me. Because that was the number one song. So why wasn't it anywhere else? Why wasn't it anywhere else? And y'all won't believe it. Why wasn't it in the R&B section? Because it fit R&B, but it was nowhere near there. I looked for it in the top 100. Y'all, they put Boys to Men, A Song for Mama, as number one. And I think that is high treason. High treason. Absolute high treason. And I was forming a mutiny in my head. And I was like, you know what? Then I have to pull this list. See you tomorrow. Okay, no problem. See you tomorrow, Sam. Yes, Jackson Tabasco. See you tomorrow, Sam. Glad you were here with us. Okay. Yes, Jackson Tabasco. Boys to Men, A Song for Mama. Absolute tomato. I said this is highway robbery. Highway robbery. Because as I said, I would much prefer the Locks. Money, Power, and Respect would be definitely top there. Top for me. Money, Power, Respect, Master P. I'm like, where's the make it say, nah. I mean, where is the stuff? But y'all, last up, okay, that's why I went through that list real fast, because it was foolishness to me. But last up, y'all know we like to play our little game. Not that song, they were soulful sounding. Yes. The last thing I want to do, y'all know we play our game. We play our game on Fridays. And this is, after, the game online that we see that, name the top 4 answers. Okay. So let me ask you this. Name a pet that's pretty useless when it comes to scaring away a burglar. There are 4 answers. Name a pet that is pretty useless when it comes to scaring away a burglar. Right. A cat, yes, they have kitten. They have kitten as number 1. They have kitten as number 1. Yes. Kitten is number 1. Name a pet that is not going to scare away a burglar. Not a bird. They don't have a bird there. They don't have a bird. Now, rat, I'll take the rat because it's a hamster, is number 4. Turtle is a good one, but it ain't there. Yep, I said I'll take it as a hamster. So number 1, we have kitten, and we have the last number 4, hamster. Guinea pig, that's in the hamster category. There's 2. There's number 2 and number 3. Y'all ain't said yet. Oh, I haven't seen. Let me go back up. No, y'all ain't said it yet. Y'all ain't said it yet. We talk kitten. Kitten is number 1. Hamster is number 4. Yes, a puppy is number 3. We're looking for the number 2 answer. Thank you, Sunshine and Rain Garden. Number 2 is fish. So number 1 is kitten. Number 2 is fish. Number 3 is puppy. And number 4 is hamster. Yes, those are the top 4 answers. Well, that may scare a burglar. You throw a bow at him, it might scare the burglar. I don't know about that answer, Shavy. I'm gonna give you a I ain't sure about that answer. Here's another one. Oh, you said fish. I didn't see fish pop up on mine. I did not. It must have gone real quick. It must have gone by real quick. I'm sorry if I did not see it, Shavy. I'm sorry. So name something people regret lending a friend. Top 4 answers. Okay. Name something people regret lending a friend. This is in relation to, we're going to watch those romance scammers on Netflix this week, and we're going to talk about it next week. Okay. Money is number one, Miss Boogie Down. Yes, yes. Money is number one. Something you regret lending a friend. Now, it may not be you. Car is number two. There you go, Shay. Clothes is number three. Y'all are on a roll. Clothing is number three. Money, spouse. Are we lending spouse? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How are we lending a spouse? How are we lending a spouse? Jackson Tabasco has the last one. Tools. How are we lending a house? How do we lend a house? Yes, me too. Yeah, sometimes I regret giving advice, Sunshine, but I only give it when you ask. So yes, you got all answers. Name something people regret lending to a friend. Money, car, clothing, tools. Yes, a book is on one of mine. I don't lend books. I'm so glad I do ebooks. Yes, I am perished myself. How do we lend a spouse? But advice and a book is definitely a good one. Trying to cover all bases. Trying to cover all bases. Oh my gosh. Now, here's going to be the last one. Okay, here's the last one. You would not date someone who refused to wear this. Basically, you're not going to wear someone who don't wear this. Okay, they got to wear this in order to date you. Okay. If they don't wear this, stop talking people for not returning books and DVDs. Yes. Deodorant is number one. Deodorant is number one. You know, you train spouses on buy and sell adverts. Yes, deodorant is number one. You would not date someone who refused to wear this. Oh, a condominium ain't on the list, but it should be. Clean clothes is number three. Clean clothes is number three. Deodorant is number one. Clean clothes is number three. Drawers is number two. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Drawers is number two. It's in the category of underwear. And shoes is number four. There we go. We have all four. You wouldn't date someone who refused to wear these, which is deodorant is number one. Number two is undergarments. Number three is clothes. And number four is shoes. We got them all. We got them all. Y'all are onto it now. Y'all are onto it. Y'all know what the top 100 people will be saying in these, categories. Absolutely love it. So y'all, that has been it. Y'all know I've been covering Munda Angel. Okay. We are all, most of us in here are also part of a group online. We are subscribed to a channel called Unfiltered Doll Reactions. If you are a member there, she just exposed some of us to some people who refuse to wear the brassiere. Okay? And if you are a member at Unfiltered Doll Reactions and you have not seen the recent post, I suggest you run over there after this live. Okay? How would I know if he ain't got on no drawers? Because if the pants is loose, it'll be swinging. Okay, Miss Boogie Down. If the pants is loose, it gonna be swinging. Well, I need to talk to those people because I like my man Commando in sweats. Well, that's at home. That's at home. Okay, that's at home. But y'all, this weekend I definitely have a lot of lives. Okay, let it swing. Let it swing. Show me what you're working with. On Saturday, noon is Love is Blind France live panel. After that, Project Runway is going to be at 5:05 EST. That is on Saturday. Sunday at noon is going to be, and I haven't put it up yet, is our unsolicited advice. We always have a good time in there. And then Sunday at 5:05 is going to be the Love is Blind Brazil chat. Okay. So France is at noon on Saturday. Brazil is at 5 on Sunday. That's because of the time difference with France. I want to make sure that the audience here that is from France definitely can participate. It is evening time for them, even though it's noon for us. Okay. And for Brazil, they're only an hour difference with us. So 5 o'clock is a great time in the evening. So definitely I'm still doing Project Runway as well. I thank you all for being patient with me this week because France and Brazil, if y'all thought it wasn't going to be spicy, It's spicy in France and it's spicy in Brazil. Them seniors, we're going to get into it tomorrow. We're going to get into it tomorrow. This chat has been a hoot today. Yes, it has been. It has been a great hoot. We always have a good time. If he has streaks, if he has streaks, then he got to have them clean clothes. Yes, that unfiltered doll reaction latest video is cray. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I mean, I'm part of plus size delegation. I'm not top heavy though, but I cannot think about going out or living my life without a brassiere. Okay? I had fun hanging out with you. Thank you so much, Sunshine and Rain Garden. We do this every Friday. It changes up. It's whatever the chat wants to talk about, mixed in with music, mixed in with the top 3 or top 4. We make sure we start our weekend right. And I make sure that if you all are going to hang out with friends, we have a good time. Yes, have a great Friday evening, everyone. Enjoyed you. And I hope to see you this weekend or just see you on the next one.